morning and welcome to another Malcat Gin review. Tonight we are reviewing Tobermory Gin, and I'm wearing my Scotland t-shirt because this is the Scottish gin. Lucky enough to get this as a Christmas present. Anyone who probably my age might remember the Wombles in Wimbledon. Well, Tobermory is actually in Scotland. This gin is from the Isle of Mull, which is in the Hebrides. So while it is technically Scotland, the Hebrides are way up north of mainland Scotland, and the inhabitants probably, if you DNA tested them, would have closer links to the Vikings than to many of the Scots, I would think. It's a wild and windy place, and I think hopefully that's going to be reflected in the gin.
Yes, so this gin is a whopping 43.3%, so not as strong as some gins that we've had, but still up there. We haven't done a lot of research about this gin. Just looking forward to trying it. We have tried a little bit before, but that was between Christmas and New Year's, and we're now like, Happy New Year! So
Yeah.
looking forward to more videos in 2022. This gin has local botanicals in it, so as well as juniper, it's got tea, heather, elderflower, and sweet orange peel. So they describe this as an artistic expression of their colourful and characterful home. And the bottle itself is actually quite pretty. It's got these lovely sort of colours down the bottom and then on the back of it, but also through the bottle, Tobermory area, yeah.
Mm.
And they normally make whiskey, so this is
As you would
also an
expect in
yes.
Scotland.
Yeah,
Mm.
whiskey without any,
Indeed.
as it should be.
As it should be. So, without further ado, let's see what we've got here. So I'm getting quite floral, herby notes there. That's possibly the heather. It's quite warming just to the nose even.
It's quite floral.
It is quite floral. But then floral, and then it's got a herby, and then a little bit of a sharp aftertaste. That's really delightful. And I actually think that might be quite nice. Just pop a cube of ice in there, or even not, and just sip that straight. I mean, you know, they make whiskey, and drink it like a whiskey. Yeah, that's very warming, just like you'd expect from a lovely Scotch from that part of the world. I really like that.
Yeah, no, that's a nice one, and it's nice and I feel like it's fairly simple. It's well done. It's not. There's nothing. The balance is right.
Yeah.
Another cute feature about this bottle is that it says established in 1798. So they have been around as a whiskey producer for quite a while. And we'll have a look up on their website and see when they started making gin. What they've got on the top of the cork,
Copper.
it's corked,
It is a cork.
is a map of the island.
There we go.
Of the isle.
Of the Isle. I have a theory about gins being made by whiskey distilleries. I figure if you're making whiskey, a large amount of the process of making good whiskey, especially good Scotch, is waiting. So if you're doing nothing but waiting and you've got a distillery just sitting there, why not make a gin? Makes perfect sense to me.
In the whiskey process,
Yeah.
I might be going a little off topic here, but in the whiskey process, do you do what we do, where you have you make a clean spirit first and then you distill it down?
You'll do a distillation of a malted mash as opposed to whatever we might use for gin, and then a lot of the process, it'll go into barrels and sit there for years and years, which is where my reference to waiting comes in.
New make spirit. I wonder what that means.
I don't know. Anyway, let's try it as a gin and tonic. Now, we've gone naked tonight. There's no garnish.
Not naked.
No.
No. I couldn't post that on YouTube.
It's quite a lovely colour. There's a blue hue to it there with the tonic
I
in
wonder
it.
if that's the elderflower.
Mm.
Cheers. Oh, the elderflower's
Cheers.
white. Oh, I don't know. It's not my first gin. Oh!
There's almost a spicy note to that with the tonic in it. You still get the herbal and the floral notes, but I get almost a spicy quality to it too. There's a lovely aftertaste, quite tangy on the tongue, especially on the sides of the tongue.
You're right, I didn't notice the spice straight away. But you do after a moment, and then the second sip you really notice it on the sides. And yeah, it's not a sweet gin at all. It's quite dry.
Yeah.
Although it's blue, I'm guessing the cloudiness could actually be the sweet orange peel.
Could be.
And that's not an overpowering flavour either.
No.
I would like to try it with a bit of orange. That would be good. I think, to see whether it brings it out more, because to me I don't really taste.
Yep. So I think you could garnish that with an orange slice of orange, or even a twist of orange peel, because I think that the oils from the orange peel might actually go really well with that. We could try something like a sprig of rosemary or thyme to accentuate those herbal notes.
What about heather? I mean,
well, I don't know.
I've never.
We don't. Do we get heather in New Zealand? I'm not aware of us having heather in New Zealand. Someone maybe might be able to help us out.
Even not in New Zealand, but overseas, if you grow heather, do you ever use heather as a garnish, or is heather strictly for distilling? Is heather a weed?
Who knows? Anyway, really like it. It's going to be up there in my list of favourites going forward, I think. So far, every gin that I've had from Scotland has been really good. And this one doesn't disappoint either. So
We're not biased
I'm not biased at all.
about New Zealand gins and Scottish gins.
Yeah.
Although we're quite harsh on our New Zealand gins because
Well, you know,
it's got to be good.
It's got to be good. Keep that standard up. But Scots were hey. Gin is a winners.